The Union Cabinet on Wednesday approved the restoration of interest subvention of 1.5% on short-term agricultural loans for all financial institutions for lending up to Rs 3 lakh to the farmers. As per MOS Anurag Thakur, this will ensure the sustainability of credit flow in the agriculture sector. An additional budgetary provision of Rs 34,856 crores for the period of 2022-23 to 2024-25 is required for this. Day after the Bihar cabinet was expanded, a massive controversy erupted on Wednesday over the appointment of RJD MLC Kartikeya Singh as the new law minister. Kartikeya Singh was to surrender before a court on August 16. However, he was sworn in as a minister in Nitish Kumar's new government on the same day. He is accused, along with 17 others, in a 2014 kidnapping case. Slamming the JDU-RJD government, senior Bihar BJP leader Sushil Kumar Modi said, "If Kartikeya Singh had a warrant against him, he should have surrendered." I asked Nitish Kumar, is he trying to take Bihar back to Lalu Yadav's times? On the other hand, another senior Bihar BJP leader, Ravi Shankar Prasad, addressing the press, said, Kartikeya Singh should be sacked and strict action should be taken against him. BJP President JP Nadda on Wednesday released a list of members of the party's Parliamentary Board and Central Election Committee. The new names in BJP's parliamentary panel include former Karnataka CM B.S. Yedurappa, Sudha Yadav, Iqbal Singh Lalpura, Sarbananda Sonwal, K. Lakshman and Satyanarayan Jatia. In the party's Central Election Committee, the new entrants include Maharashtra Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis, Bhupendra Yadav and Om Mathur. Notably, Madhya Pradesh CM Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Union Minister Nitin Gadkari are out of the BJP's parliamentary board. Putting out a strong statement, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said on the issue of buying Russian oil amid Moscow's ongoing war in Ukraine that every country will try to ensure the best deal possible to cushion high energy prices, and India is doing exactly the same. During an interaction with the Indian community in Bangkok, he added, India has been open and honest about its interests. I have a country with per capita income of $2,000. These are not the people who can afford higher energy prices. Gulam Nabi Azad, who was appointed as the party's campaign committee chief in Jammu and Kashmir by Congress working President Sonia Gandhi, has declined the offer as per media reports. Media reports further said that he has also resigned from party's JNK's Political Affairs Committee. Notably, Azad is a prominent member of the G23 grouping within the Congress, which has been critical of the leadership in the party and has been seeking an organizational overhaul. Food grain production in India during the 2021-22 season is estimated to be at record 315.72 million tons, a rise by 4.98 million tons that was harvested during 2020-21 as per the fourth advance estimates of production of major agricultural crops released by the ministry. Also, the production of food grains in 2021-22 is higher by 25 million tons than the total average production of the last 5 years. Speaking on the same, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said that the record production was a result of the farmer-friendly policies of the Modi government. Nearly 2 weeks after resigning from the Congress, former Gujarat Minister Naresh Rawal and former Rajya Sabha member Raju Parmar joined the ruling BJP in Gandhinagar on Wednesday. Both the leaders were associated with the Congress for decades. State BJP chief C.R. Patil welcomed them into the party. A large number of their supporters also joined the ruling party. Gujarat Assembly elections are due by the end of 2022. The Supreme Court on Wednesday said that it cannot prevent political parties from making promises, but there has to be debate and discussion on freebies culture. Meanwhile, the apex court has allowed time for all parties to submit suggestions and arguments to an expert panel for defining freebies. It posted the matter for hearing on August 22. The SC was hearing a plea on the issue of political parties promising freebies to the electorate before elections. In a major achievement, the Indian Railways has tested India's longest and heaviest freight train called Super Vasuki. The 3.5-kilometer freight train with 295 loaded wagons carried over 27,000 tons of coal between Korba in Chhattisgarh and Rajnandgaon in Nagpur on August 15. The train was operated as part of the central government's Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. It has been formed by amalgamating 5 rigs of goods trains as one unit. A UN report has said that it was reasonable to conclude that forced labor has been taking place in China's Xinjiang province. The report added that coercing of Muslim Uyghurs and other minorities into forced labor by China may amount to enslavement as a crime against humanity. Notably, human rights experts have been raising serious concerns about the alleged detention and forced labor of Muslim Uyghurs in China.